every single day after dinner. So at the beginning of the season, I set a goal weight for these guys. Now, say Nolan has to be 285 pounds by the end of dinner. If Nolan isn't 285 pounds by the end of dinner, the next morning at 6 a.m. he's coming in, just like you would punish a guy for being late. You're punishing him by making him eat more food in the morning, so he's having 2 breakfasts. And really, that solved a lot of our weight issues, because guys don't want to wake up to do extra eating. So they make sure they make their weight every single night.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you, this is, I think, one of the most fascinating interviews we've had, and we're going to have to let you go. But I can tell you this, what you have done is evident on the field, and that's, I think Steve would agree with that. Yeah. It's just totally evident, and hopefully you'll have a good game this week against UMass. None of those soft tissue injuries, and thanks for joining us tonight. This was great.
No. Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right.
All the best, Coach.
Let's go ahead and get out of here. And we'll come back and we'll have blogger Johnny Brooks. And, folks, if you're looking for something to do this weekend in Hunts Vegas, Alabama, I can think of no better place to recommend than Nick's Ristorante, 10300 Bailey Cove Road. My favorite place to eat and hang out in town. You cannot make a mistake by going to Nick's. Everything on the menu is good. Crawdad back in a bit with Johnny Brooks.
Have you ever found exactly the right new car or truck with the exact features that you want and nothing else? Well, at Woody Anderson Ford, we can promise you just that. Hey, Bobby White back again, and you can now factory order your new Ford today, and you'll get your new car or truck exactly the way you want it. And there's no extra cost to custom order. Plus, you get $1,000 off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates. This applies to 2021 F-150, Explorer, Ranger, and Expedition. It's a win-win with a custom order at Woody Anderson Ford. You get the colors, the features, and the options that fit your life. Plus, you get notified when it's built, shipped, and ready to deliver. Listen, buying a new car or truck is likely the second largest investment you'll ever make. So why settle? Get exactly what you want with a custom factory order today. And get $1,000 off MSRP. See how at WoodyAndersonFord.com or at the corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Roll Tide, War Eagle, and yeah, you, the Vols fan. We got it all covered on the Tom Abraham Show.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crawdad's Countdown to Kickoff. This is Bill Crawdad Crawford coming to you live from the actual palatial confines of the attic here in 977 The Zone, ESPN.
The Addict.
The Addict. And a quick shout out to our sponsors, Nick's Ristorante, North Alabama Mortgage, Higher Echelon and Bubby's, where I go to Bubby's for lunch a lot. That's a good place. But now we are joined by blogger extraordinaire Johnny Brooks. Johnny Brooks, are you there?
I'm here, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing well, Johnny.
We couldn't be doing better, especially as we bask in the glow of this 63-10 victory. And by the way, I'll start this out by saying I know, thanks to you, we had 82 players get into the game. I know that's a stat you always like to report. Well, Johnny, give us your biggest takeaway from our good win over the Bison.
We played a lot of players, a lot of good kids, got a lot of experience, and I was so happy to see Markins Pierre score a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he
it
looked.
doesn't get any better than that. You know, a kid who spends 4 years in the program, doesn't play a lot, and bingo, touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like a kid on the playground scoring a touchdown. Yeah, it was.
The whole team was like that. I mean, that doing things like that does so much for a football team.
Yeah, I think
really
yeah, and I think if any of us had sort of written the script on how we thought the game would go, it was pretty close. But was there anything that took place on Saturday that you went, didn't expect that, or maybe not necessarily a surprise, but maybe just sort of a pleasant confirmation?
No, I really like the way that Cade Ballard ran the offense on the 2 possessions they gave him.
Bingo.
He 97 yards and 85 yards, and it was machine-like, and it was precision. And the kid runs a good offense. I mean, he's a leader, and they seem to, when he was running that offense, they seem to get a giddy up in their hiccup, so to speak, or whatever that phrase is.
Yeah, there was definitely a rhythm to the offense while he was out there. And again, he brings sort of a different look, a different skill set, but very effective. Great decision-making, great vision, field vision out there. So, I was glad to see that. And I don't know if you were listening earlier, we were just talking about that. And one thing I was surprised that they didn't allow him to throw a couple passes out there, just to maybe get a little further removed from that interception on the fake punt, but also just reps are good at that.
Yeah, I'd like to see him throw a little bit this coming weekend. That'll help a little bit as far as getting ready for the following week, I think. Keep people honest.
Well, now, speaking of throwing a little bit, one thing I was kind of pleasantly surprised about was it looks like now, even when we don't have to do it, that the forward pass, which, by the way, the first time there was a forward pass in a college football game was Army Notre Dame on the plains of West Point, but seems like that's a part of our arsenal now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and it's good to see because it gives us options that we when we don't have the forward pass capability, it gives us an option that we need. We really need to do that, and let's don't hold it for third down and long. It comes in handy or earlier than that.
Well, one of the things Steve and I have often talked about is when we're in a situation where we wait to pass, when everybody's waiting on it because we're in desperation, it never works out. But I think you're right. If we start mixing this in a little bit, we're going to have people not able to put 9 men in the box, and we're going to be able to have a little more of a potent offense. That's my 2 cents. So any other big takeaways from this game? I know we were supposed to win, favored by a whole lot of points, but damn sure is nice to win one like that when you're supposed to.
Yeah, do what you're supposed to.
That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, we can play in. I thought they started playing the backups real early, and I think that was to the benefit of everybody. I mean, if you look closely, I think in the first quarter I think we'd been through 10 offensive linemen by the end of the first quarter. That was good to see because then you're getting quality reps with some kids who haven't played with each other before. And then, by the way, that also means that in the second half, you aren't just trying to keep the other team from scoring. You're competing because you've got a mixture of guys from the first string, second string, and the third string playing, which is good to see and gets everybody better experience, I think.
Well, looking ahead to this week's opponent, you sort of gave quick synopsis in your blog this week. Almost sort of a same song, different verse with what the team that we just faced in Bucknell. As you look at UMass, I mean, it's a program. Maybe disarray is
disarray.
It's probably not. Maybe a little strong. But anything that you see there in UMass that gives you a cause for concern, or something that we really need to focus on, make sure we don't let something slip through the crack here.
No, I hate to say it. They might be a pretty bad football team, and we just need to go out and play football. And I think the approach that Coach Munkin and his staff took this past week was the right approach. Start early, play everybody as long as you possibly can. You don't have to necessarily run the score up, but you can't hold the kids back either. Do the best that you possibly can. Get as many kids playing time as possible.
Well,
I enjoy seeing all 6 quarterbacks play.
Oh yeah.
They might even consider 1 or 2 series only for Anderson and Tyler early on.
Well, Johnny, we have played. We've played UMass 3 times. In our history, we've beat them all 3 times. And I don't see any reason to think that that's not going to happen this week. But, Tom Economy, one of our co-hosts, always says the other team gets a vote. And UMass gets a vote. I mean, gosh almighty, they're like a boxer who's been knocked down 5 or 6 times and he's staggering on his feet. You lose your head coach, you lose your offensive coordinator, you're getting pummeled by these teams. That's the kind of team that's almost scary because they got nothing to lose, nothing whatsoever. If I was the coach, I'd tell my punter to have a seat, and I'd say, let's do whatever we can to win this game. But having said all that, I still think we're going to be just fine.
Well, I think so also. I mean, UMass is not a good football team. They aren't even close to a good football team. They're not even close to a good FCS football team.
Yeah.
We just need to get a lot of kids a lot of experience and make them happy, and do the best that we can as far as making things happen. And I think they're going to do that. I think they will.
Yeah, and not to count our chickens before they hatch, so to speak, but thank you, Bill.
I love that song.
Yeah, love that song. But having to, assuming that this Sunday's or Saturday's game goes to plan, there, 2 games in a row with less than a formidable opponent. Does that serve us well going into Liberty, or is that a potential liability?
Well, I think it's a potential liability as far as getting a bowl game that really counts. I may be the only person on the planet, but I hope not, who's concerned about this, and that's that immediately after the Navy game starts term end exams. That's a tremendous amount of stress put on a bunch of football players is to go into term end exams, get ready for a bowl game, and play that following Saturday after Navy. So I am hoping that we can compete strongly with Liberty, and we can get a end of December or even a January 1st bowl game. Otherwise, we put a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on our players.
Oh, by the way, Johnny, that phone call was Captain Barrett Crawford. He forgot about the show tonight, but you did.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said. But at least I got a good ringtone on my phone. And,
you do.
And I'll tell you, speaking of bowl games, I think that there is a very good possibility that we might get a decent bowl game this year. If we finish 9-3 with a decisive win over Navy, we may find ourselves somewhere on New Year's Day, and that would just be an awesome thing. I think you've
wouldn't that be nice?
Well, you've mentioned it before, and it's true. Army travels well. They're gonna sell tickets no matter where they go, so that's a good thing. I know, although bowl games nowadays, most of the tickets are corporate, but I don't know. I think we've got a good chance to get a good bowl game, but like Coach Bryant used to say, You got to put on your pants one leg at a time, and we got a couple more legs we got to put on before we're talking bowl games.
Well, I think our bowl game, the date and time of our bowl game, largely rests on the Liberty game.
Yeah.
I think we've got to do well against Liberty because Liberty's a good ball club, and we will show. I mean, you know, the truth of the matter is, there's only one game we couldn't have won this year, and that's because we played so rotten.
Yeah.
When we went, I mean, it was a bad game. The rest of the time, we could have competed with everybody else, and with a break here or the break there, the score's the other way.
Yeah, I think you're spot on about the importance of the Liberty game. Not only is that a quality opponent, and if we come away with a W, that's definitely a quality win. But I think also a majority of the bowl slotting will probably already be in place by the time the Army-Navy game plays. I mean, that's one of the downsides of playing in the last regular season college football games is, all those invitations are probably already extended. And so that really doesn't factor into how we get slotted.
And we don't have an automatic tie-in this year, I don't think.
We have an automatic tie-in with the ESPN bowls, but we don't have an automatic tie-in with the specific bowl game like we will next year with the Radiance Bowl. Independence.
But there's a bucket load of ESPN.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a good characterization, a bucket load.
All right, well, Johnny, hey, we're going to let you go, and Smokey Mike, we're going to take our break. And
thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it.
Thanks much.
All right, guys. Good talking with you. Take care.
Folks, if you want to give us a call during the last segment of the show, 256-576-4977. Phone lines are open. Get a handful of change, run to the payphone, and give us a call. 256-576-4977. Love to hear what you have to say. Back for the final segment in a minute.
Take your taste buds back in time with a trip to the all-new Bubby's Diner, offering a variety of mouth-watering food from delicious starters to 50-style diner food and meat and 3 meals, featuring owner and Huntsville native Chris Bubby Belcher's family's homemade recipes. Open Monday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at 8412 Whitesburg Drive in the former Gibson's Barbecue. Drive-in, drive-through, carry-out, or curbside pickup with delivery coming soon through Grub South. Bubby's Diner, home of the Donut Burger.
Valley Equipment Rental. Pretty self-explanatory name, no? Tom Abraham here. And look, Valley Equipment Rental is all over the Tennessee Valley, and they rent equipment, all kinds of equipment, and not just to the contractors out there, but to you, the general public, as well. Need a skid steer or an excavator? Well, they've got over 40 units to make sure they've got one for you. From huge boom lifts to miscellaneous hand tools, it's at Valley Equipment Rental on the South Parkway. And soon, they'll have a second location to handle even more equipment. More on that to come.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives. In today's real estate market, you need the right professionals to help make sure your home purchase is smooth and hassle-free. That's where Jacob Title comes in. Stan McDonald and the staff at Jacob Title cater to the realtor and clients who are looking for a top-flight closing experience. Jacob Title uses the latest and best technologies to ensure a safe and secure exchange of funds, and they pride themselves on great communication well before and during the real estate closing process. Jacob Title in Huntsville and Madison, and online at jacobtitle.com.
What can you expect when you shop for a firearm at Bullet & Barrel? Expect great prices. We specialize in quality over quantity. Expect great service. Our professional sales staff is never pushy. We won't talk you into something that doesn't fit your needs. You have the right to make a smart, informed decision. Expect Bullet & Barrel, Alabama's only 5-star indoor shooting range, to support you after the sale. Bullet & Barrel, 3252 Lehman Ferry Road. Like or follow us on Facebook. Come see us soon.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com. Leaving his mark on sports talk radio with a paddle.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Join West Neighbors weekday afternoons on The Drive, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back, everybody, to the final segment of Crawdad's Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by North Alabama Mortgage, Nick's Restaurante, and a couple of more, Higher Echelon and Bubby's Diner. I think we have a caller on the line. Michael, are you there?
Hey, Crawdad. This is Michael Beans, your classmate.
Hey, we were wondering. We heard Michael. Matter of fact, we were in here reading the post that you just made on the Crawdad page.
And I was telling Steve the story about when we were in Recondo, and you woke me up in the middle of the night to ask me to lead the patrol. Do you remember that?
Yes, Crawdad, I remember that. I needed some help then. I mean, I had to get through it. I had to get the condo bag.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you had to call on the old Tennessee lad to navigate you through, and I was glad to do it. So, what's up tonight, Mike?
Hey, really, my comments are pretty quick. The interview you had with the strength and condition coach, I put it on the Facebook post, but that was one of the most enlightening things I've heard in the last 10 or 15 years. And I will tell you, like I said in the post, first I'm real jealous because the program we had was nothing like that. And second, the results, just like I think Steve said, you see it every week, and that makes unbelievable difference for our team. And it was fascinating. So thanks for getting that guy on, because that was unbelievable to hear.
Yeah, we are fortunate as a program to have someone of that caliber and philosophy, and I love the way he didn't just sort of put it all on him. You know, he talked about the other people on his staff that bring a unique skill set and unique expertise. Boy, I came away from that interview going, I can't imagine we are not on par with just about any other football program out there.
No, I think we are. First, the facilities we got, Kinsey Center down there.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Great. We got the facility, you got the coaches, and then you got the whole academy structure that supports it all, because these guys do it 10 months a year, and that's the other thing.
Oh, hey, Michael, I got a question from back in the day when you and I were up there and you were on the football team and I was walking area tours. Did you guys just lift weights in Arvin Gym in the Nautilus room, or did the football team have a separate weight area?
Okay, going back to when I was there, we had the one room that was up in the Irvin Gym. That was it. And that wasn't even our room. We had to share it.
No, that's where I worked out at.
Yes, we had to share it. And I think we had priority time during the winter and that kind of thing, but it wasn't a separate facility. And even though while that was a good facility at the time, it wasn't even close to what other schools had. I had guys I played against and what they described. So, yeah, that was just that one room. That's all we had up there. That's where we lifted.
Well, the coach was talking about, 605-pound squats and 400-and-something pound bench presses. What was kind of the norm for the football player when you were at Army?
Oh, well, it's not going to sound good, but I'll tell you. Look, when we got guys up above 300 and 350, we thought we were doing great. I mean, very honest. the squats and everything else, we had a few guys who could do squats like that, but not the numbers that they've got who can do it. So, yeah, anything above 300 was considered. That was kind of the benchmark when I was playing. If you could bench press 300, that was supposedly good. 600-pound squat. I can't even think about that.
Yeah, or 450-pound bench. That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know you guys used to have 300-pound bench press club shirts that I actually stole one. Didn't steal one. I cadet borrowed one.
Oh,
from one of my company mates. But no, well, that's good. Well, Michael, anything else? Any other insights from a player from days of yore after listening to what Coach Connor Hughes had to say?
Well, again, it's just really the key thing is it's focused, it's supported, the players are accountable for it. I'll be honest, a lot of that was on our own. I mean, he said he had 4 strength and conditioning coaches.
That are football only. Yeah,
and they're football only. So the guys not only get have the facilities, but they're supervised. You just can't do it on your own. And I'm be honest. For us, it was a lot. It was supervised a little bit, but most of it was on us. Hey, you got to go in and do this. You got to go do that, and that just doesn't work. I'm just telling you, it doesn't work. And so that's the key thing: focused, resourced, players were accountable to it, and it's all the secrets that any good organizations have, really, when you think about it.
Well, Michael, hey, we appreciate the call and your insights, and always like to have you listen to the show and post on our Facebook page, and we'll let you go with a big Go Army.
Yeah, Go Army. I got to go finish up my work. I'm working out right now.
All right.
There you go.
That's outstanding. Yeah, that's quite a insightful compare and contrast between, way things were back in the day.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had planned that? But
yeah, it was. But again, looking ahead, we were sort of grappling before the show. Okay, how do we make this interesting? But it really is. I think it's going to go much the same way this the game against Bucknell. Now I will say UMass is a better team than Bucknell. In Merriweather, they have a formidable rusher. He's closing in on 1,000 yards for the season. So we can't take him lightly. We've got another true freshman quarterback that we're going to be defending against, and that's a tough road to hoe. Even in a school like UMass, making the transition from high school to college, so that plays to our advantage. And they really are a struggling program. For those who have looked at the stat sheet that I put together, of all the different stats that I do the comparison with, only 6 of those for UMass are not in the bottom 25% of FBS schools. If I'm a player or coach at UMass and I want to be able to point to tangible metrics to encourage my team, there's not a whole lot there that points in that direction.
No, there's not. And but I have a little history with UMass. My roommate's girlfriend was from UMass, and he got me a couple of dates one time. I went up there. It's a nice little college, and they have almost 75,000 students in the UMass system.
Wow! So you're saying it's like 6 campuses and stuff, but still, that's crazy.
That's a lot of folks, and it's a beautiful campus up there. They called it ZooMass, I think, and I was looking at just some of the UMass stuff, and one of the things I'd like to see, especially this year, is the freshmen up there they give them a little beanie.
Yeah.
They have to wear it on campus until UMass scores their first touchdown during football season.
Oh man, that was that might have been a little bit of a wait. But the thing puts that in perspective. I don't know what your column number is, but I think my class we crested the 42,000th West Point graduates, so 42,000, about mid 80s kind of thing. And, in 4 years, UMass cranks out almost twice that much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Well, they're a big school that, they've actually had some famous people go to UMass. Richard Gere, from an officer and a gentleman's a UMass alumni, as is Dr. J.
Dr. Julius Irving, yeah.
And, that's a good thing that they can fall back on this week. Maybe some good old memories going down Alumni Lane, because I don't know, Steve. I think it's going to be sort of a carbon copy of last week, where we're going to put a lot of points on the board, see a lot of players. Hopefully it won't rain and we can watch the whole game.
And I will tell you, one of the things I was encouraged about the Bucknell game, a few people made the comment on our Facebook page that we, in days gone by, we tended to play down to our competition. If we played, someone that was not formidable, we would drop to their level. That was not the case in Bucknell. But I think, from a coaching staff and from a motivation standpoint, how do they do that on consecutive weeks to get them up for a game? Because two things will happen if you let your guard down. You could potentially lose, but also I think that's where injuries come out there. If you think, you're lackadaisical and kind of thing, then you can get injuries. So they really need to have the team up for this. This is a great opportunity. I know those second, third, fourth teamers are going to be motivated to showcase what their capabilities are, but we need to come out of the starting gate firing on all cylinders and really giving it a best effort.
Yeah, this is a game, frankly, that needs to be over, just like last week, over by halftime. So, Steve, how many days?
There are 24 and about days until Army beats the hell out of Navy at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
All right, well, hey, this is Crawdad, and this is Steve Cripey, the Human Ouija Board, and as we get out of here, we close with this same comment all the time. No matter